G'day guys, it's got super glue all over my hands, which I've been picking off. Didn't realise that the end of that snapped off, the little pointy bit, and it went everywhere I didn't want it to go. But this is not nothing to do with metal detectors. It's this thing here. That's the turbo intercooler pipe, which decided to die. It basically has got a huge split down here. I've cleaned it up, I've wetted it up, and I've basically given it the treatment with super glue. And this is just an experiment. If you lick super glue, it goes off really quick. So there was a big drip there, so I just attacked that. So what I've done is I've hit this with super glue. I've washed it and cleaned it and left a bit of water there, so it's at the bottom. And yeah, every time I put the foot down, there's clouds and clouds of black smoke pouring from the diesel engine, of course. And yeah, I didn't realise at first, and yeah, I looked and said, "Oh, how come it's all so hazy out the back?" And this is the story. So what I've done, you're not meant to do this, but this is I'd call this a temporary fix if you're out in the bush. Keep some tools on you, and keep some super glue as well, and some rags and some detergent, so you can clean things like this up if it ever happens. Even radiator hoses. I've got a feeling that super glue will work, but I've got another trick to getting this done as well, and I will get it. It's in here somewhere. Okay. I've got this copper tape. It's copper sticky tape. They call it draftsman's tape. And I've got heaps of reels of this, but I've probably got another one open somewhere. I think I already have. I can see one up here. Just poking through. Yeah, of course. There we go. I knew I could see one there. So what I'm going to do is we're going to wrap it with copper tape and just see if it works. I've ordered a new one, but it's going to take maybe 4 or 5 days to get here. I don't buy things local because they want for one of these around here, they'd be probably asking over $200 for it, and I can get one, a silicon one, which is better, for what was it? I think it's $70, including postage on the doorstep. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll just give this a tape up. I'll stick it back on the car. It should work, as long as I don't go and you know, run the turbo up flat stick or something like that. So yeah, I've got the remains of super glue on my fingers, and it feels really weird, but no, that's what happens. I want to get about there. I want to get further up than where the split was. It's going to be awkward to do because I've got to actually twist it around without destroying the tape. I don't want to cut the tape either because it'll lose its strength, but I've got it there. So maybe what I'll do, I'll work out roughly, well, maybe about that much, then I'll cut it. And will it work? If it's tight and it's strong, it will work. If I do a sloppy job, it'll just blow straight through again. So it's difficult to work with too. Get round there. But yeah, I've used it for all sorts of shims. It's conductive. But can it withstand the pressure. That is a big thing. I don't know if it can. Okay, I probably really want to twist this, and I'll lift that up a bit. I'm going to lift this up and twist it round. This is typical bush mechanic stuff. Well, I know the copper's going to be able to handle the engine temperature and so forth, but if I don't, please unwrap. There we go. So, yeah, we'll just see anyway. I'll see if I can get that to behave. I don't know. It's, I mean, super glue, good super glue. There's crap super glue and good super glue on rubber. It absolutely sticks really, really well. Let's put a bit more on it, and hopefully it works for a couple of days. So hopefully it works. Pity it wasn't on suction rather than pressure, a pressure fitting, because that would have been easier. Oh, I don't know. Will it work? Will it not? Clutching at straws. You know, just to be sure, that should, it was going to heat up. I know it's going to heat up. It's going to get hot. I'm going to put some masking tape around it as well, but it is on top of the copper. So this is pretty good masking tape, this. I don't know why it's good. It's made in you know where. But look, we'll see if it's a temporary bush fix or if it's all just going to fail. Don't know. People will laugh at me. I do have some fiberglass bandage I could put around it too, but I think it's going overkill. No, my luck, it'll just blow out at another point. But I'll just go around here. A bit around there. It's tough stuff. I can't break it. There we go. So will that work? But what I'll do, I can see down there a bit. Okay. What I'm going to do is going to put some, run some super glue down there. Now they can't see. Hang on. Oh, I haven't got the lights on. That's why. Okay. There we go. Come on, drip, drip. If I just drip it down there, don't get it everywhere, don't get it on me. It may give it a bit more of a chance. So I've got it in there, I was running it around, so it might get some more in what remains of the gap. I did a pretty good job on fixing up the gap in there. So then again, had a super glue like exhaust, or just not exhaust, but you know, a bit of pressure, and you know, it's probably just dirty air going in there. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, we go. Try that. I got a feeling it'll work actually. it'll last a couple of days anyway. But I mean, this is where the glue is dried on the rubber, and I mean, it grips. It won't come off. I'm trying to get that off with a blade. And it's stuck on hard as. So maybe on the inner part, it's got some strengthener material through the rubber as well. I'm pretty sure this is a rubber one, not a silicone one. But you got to cut those fibers, or else it'll mess up the super glue on the rubber to rubber surface. And speaking of rubber to rubber, there's some rubber to rubber on me. I've grabbed hold of this and it's actually stuck some of the outside of it on me. Yeah. So, yeah. How do you get super glue off like this? I've had super glue on my fingers before, many years ago, and that's actually coming off good. And what I did, I actually just got wet and dry sandpaper and just sat there and sanded it down. Yeah, there's a big lump of super glue on the end of the finger there. You can see that. Off you come. Ah, dear. It's very good enough. Yeah, I can feel things. So yeah, I'm going to go stick this back on the car and go for a test drive, see if it works. But you know, little things like this, I don't know if I really don't know if it's going to work. What's the boost on these? 5 psi or something? I don't know. Maybe it's enough to go pop and blow it out. But if I'm lucky, yeah, I was going to set the glue off in there. And how you do that, just lick your finger and stick it in there. Yeah, try to get me. But yeah, super glue, you put moisture near it, it goes off, it goes hard. Like, there you go. Got a little bit on me, but not much. But it's all gone white. I don't know, you can't even see now, can you? But it's all gone white in there. So you're looking into the black hole of Calcutta. So you're not going to see much, are you? But yeah. Except on my finger. I don't recommend using super glue and using your fingers on it, but yeah, it comes off. There we go. Gone. So this is ready to roll. Looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? But I think the copper tape, that's very strong. But then again, you know what I should have done? I should have put the copper tape around, and on each bit where it overlaps, I should have run around for a little bead of solder, shouldn't I? And that would have fixed it. But well, you know, the rest of it's okay. This feels all right. But yeah, this one's been on the car for, I'm trying to think when the fellow over at Buninyong did it. 5. Yeah, 7 years. 7 years until this one decided to blow through. So I only want it to work for a week, so hopefully it does. Anyway, all good fun. I could tell you about some detector stuff while I'm here, but I'm not going to because it mixes it up too much. I've just done variable damping and basically a second order filter on a 4500, which is there on the bench, doing some tests. And talk about sensitivity, my God, unbelievable. Very, very sensitive indeed. So, and really grunty and very, very quiet too. It's the trouble with these detectors, because they're you know, a fairly huge bandwidth front end. The whole design has to be massive bandwidth, and that just means massive noise. You can't narrow band it and get the noise down, so you've got to use other techniques to do it. And you just, it's very difficult to filter. If you start filtering it in any way, shape or form, you'll lose small target response. That's just the way it works. But I have got other ways of doing things anyway. I've got some bits and pieces on my bench at the moment blinking away, and that's to do with the digital boards for a newer detector. I was going to level that up. That wasn't level. So yeah, I picked up this nice tripod, retail $90. Got it for $16 in the op shop. Yeah, and yeah, quite happy with this one. It's very smooth. See, doesn't, the other one creaked and groaned, and this one here, it feels like it's on hydraulics. It's unreal. Anyway, that's good. Yeah, I'll cut it off. I'm going to go and stick this on the car, see what happens. Catches.